Huh? That's Winnie the Pooh, I know. How about that? Okay. Yeah, tremendous.
The senator arrived at Dulles International Airport after a 3-week European tour. Then Senator Stowe came directly to the Capitol building after landing, fresh from the economic conference.
He just got here.
Private?
No, Jordan, I didn't get to him. I didn't have a chance.
You gotta get him alone, Howard.
We should have cabled London.
He wasn't in London.
You going to make Winnie the Pooh part of the interview, Senator?
I don't know. It's not a bad idea. It might help one foreign relationship. It's a gift from the premier to my daughter. They're about to start. Maybe they won't get to it. Maybe they'll just ask him questions about the conference.
I have no formal statement to make at this time, except to say that the information
Gathered on my trip was extremely useful in many areas.
Was the Geneva conference successful?
It was a frank exchange of views, yes.
Senator, what was your reaction to the news that your state party chairman won't support Joseph Bonin's nomination in the special congressional election?
Well, it just hit the fan. As a matter of fact...
Wasn't Bonin your personal choice for the nomination?
Well, the nomination will be made by a free choice of the district convention.
But, Senator...
Actually, I've been out of touch. Naturally, I'll confer with the district party leaders at the proper time.
Well, wasn't Bonin the candidate acceptable to both wings of the party in your state? Doesn't this mean an open break?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Senator...
Well, that's all for now. No further comment at this time. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We're on our way, Jordan. Got a storm cellar? Use it. And save a place from me.
Jenny?
With all of its might, he did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night.
Mr. Donovan, I'd like you to meet Senator Stowe.
Mr. Donovan, Aaron Hamilton told me about it.
I only have about 20 minutes. Maybe you could, like, ask the security steward to sit down.
Okay. Hello. What are you drawing?
A house,
Oh, let me see it. What's that?
a rat.
Oh, does every house have rats? Is that what...
Yes.
And make it disappear. Watch. Right into the cloth. Come on, wait a minute. Right into the cloth of the coat, right? Watch it. Watch it now. Watch it. How long can your center operate on its present funding, Mr. Donovan?
About 1 month. State cut off our funds.
Oh, well, we're trying to do what we can do about that in Washington. Shall I make it come back again? Huh?
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Okay. Watch it carefully. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
Oh, Mom,
How about that? You did. I did not.
For these kids here in this neighborhood, they learn the basic things of human life, you know?
Right.
Walking, talking, understanding the world around them. They just as quick as any of your middle-class suburban kids.
So this center and other projects like it would be funded by the educational subsidy bill that I've introduced, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as long as the state puts up matching funds.
Right.
It's too late to grab a kid when he's 6 years old in the first grade.
Go back a couple of feet. Right there, stop. Okay, chop it there. I want that 40 seconds after the senator starts talking, okay?
You're gonna have to go with an interlock.
Let me go right to the other stuff.
Okay.
How much time are you going to give us? See, I got about 3 minutes in the 6 o'clock news and a little less in the 11 o'clock. Look, Milt, the senator's very hard on this education bill. If you could give us any time anywhere, I'd appreciate it. Feeling a little pressure, you guys, huh? Well, we got kind of a problem, you might say. George P. Mellon, right?
When we begin to deal with the vast problem of pollution, we must keep in mind that there are two fronts.
Milt, you've been covering state politics.
One,
Think the senator could make it without the organization?
the poisonous
You mean without Mellon?
which we have allowed to accumulate.
Maybe in a couple of years, not now. What do you mean? You're looking at it.
In our own bodies.
Media, image,
Other front
manipulation.
is dictation. It is
You can
only
take
late
this stuff and screw it around about a dozen ways. Come up with a cardboard doll that'll fool some of the people most of the time. Yeah, I read the selling of the president, too.
It will do no good to clean up the filth of our rivers and streams
if we cannot clean up the minds of our children.
Sometimes I think he really means it.
The wonders of our...
Milt, I've known Hayes Stowe ever since I was in law school. What are you talking about?
All right. This education program must be passed. I believe that in the long run, I believe...
Sure he does. Milt, what do you know about Louis Masterman? How did you know? Know what? Jordan, I just got this from a friend of mine over at the advertising agency. Now, if anybody finds out I showed you this, nobody is supposed to see this until after the convention. Herb put this on me. They made it up in Chicago. They got some tape spots, too.
Masterman Pro, number 1, take 5.
You never saw this, remember? This was made by that same outfit that turned out those underarm deodorant commercials.
This man is going to Washington for you.
That's Donald Peterson, does the voiceovers on all those airline spots.
He needs your help. It's a long and lonely road. Join him. Walk with him. Masterman. Masterman, your congressman. Paid for by citizens to elect Louis Masterman.
Paid for by Louis Masterman. He isn't nominated yet. They have already booked a saturation schedule right after the convention. He didn't say anything. You don't have to, Jordan. You don't have to say anything. He's nothing. He's got a father who ran a chain of dry goods stores into Masterco Textiles. He can dump more money in that one district than they can in the whole state, and the rest of you boys may just have to eat it.
Look, every one of your reform clubs agreed that Joe Bonine was the best available candidate. Nobody said he was the best man ever nominated for public office.
That's okay, Senator. That's okay. I understand that. That's terrific. Now, why don't you just get out of here because you're making me sick talking.
Oh, come on, Whit. Settle down. Settle down.
Settle down. There's a man here trying to talk us into buying Louis Masterman. You want me to settle down?
Nobody is asking anybody to buy anybody. I'm just telling you how it is at the moment.
How'd it get that way, Senator?
I told you how
How'd it get
got
that way? You asked us first to buy Joe Bonine.
Who just happens to be nobody's genius in the first place. But at least he's got some kind of experience. At least we know where the man stands.
Campus politics are going to freak when they hear about this one.
Well, I'm glad the campuses are so concerned about one congressional seat.
Senator, don't you patronize me. We have pushed more doorbells for you in your last election than every other organization put together.
It's nothing to joke about. I'm sorry. You're right.
Hayes, look, there's no possible way that we're going to accept Louis Masterman. Now, the man represents the worst of the old politics. He doesn't know what century this is.
Well, that won't exactly make him unique in Washington.
Which is exactly the reason why this country can't afford him.
Right on, brother.
Okay, let's talk some facts. Nice and rational now. The man has never worked political affairs. He contributes heavily to the party. That's his only qualification.
And even that in itself would be one big joke if it wasn't such a nightmare. Look, last year, this man tried to buy him a Major League Baseball franchise. And that probably cost him $10, $15 million. And this year, oh, he just wants to buy his way into Congress.
I'll lay you money that he never gave the party no $10 million.
Since when is a seat in Congress worth as much as a baseball team? Senator, look, we didn't just get these facts out of the blue. Now, we checked, we investigated, we're against Masterman and everything he stands for, and we're dead without you. And Mallon's gonna walk off with that convention if you don't oppose him.
And then we'll field our own independent candidate.
That's your prerogative. Anytime you disagree with the regular party choice.
I get my
There are
instructions.
dangers, grave dangers in bolting the party.
Senator, if we let George P. Mallon get away with railroading this nomination, we all going to be in trouble.
You don't know that until it happens.
Oh, bull.
Well, you don't. And there's another side of it,
There
too.
are always two sides, but they're not always two right sides.
Wait a minute, what side?
Legislation. What it is and how much it's worth.
For instance?
Well, the education subsidy bill. You agree that this is a bill we all want and we all believe in, right? All right. If I oppose Mallon on Masterman, he's gonna fight me on the educational subsidy bill and on every piece of legislation that I introduce.
So what?
I have to decide which is more important. One congressman who hopefully will only serve one term, if elected, put that against a bill that might do this country an awful lot of good. Now, wait a minute, the country survived Warren Harding. It can certainly survive Louis Masterman.
I see your point, Hayes.
We all see his point, but the point is not valid. All right, now let me ask you something, Senator. What happens if you back Masterman and your bill is still defeated? You're gonna lose both ways.
I'll go you one better than that. What happens when you take that educational bill to the House for approval and Louis Masterman casts a deciding vote against it? There's enough incompetence in Congress already. You know that better than we do.
Hayes, look, can't you understand, man? We are your people, and you know we're right.
Hey, can I see something from my generation?
Your generation got enough spokesmen going for it already.
Not in this room, Hamilton. Look, Senator, a lot of us can't even vote. And we've worked really hard for people like you all over the country. Now, a lot of us, and I don't mean just the young ones, have really tried to get involved in your establishment politics. And what did it get us? It got us Chicago, baby, and I was there, Senator. I know what I'm talking about, and so do you. I'm not talking about the pigs, either. Like, you can't just jam somebody down the people's throat.
Which is exactly how they're gonna feel when you ram Masterman home.
The people don't want him.
Well, you're all sounding off as if I do.
Just echo, Senator.
All right, clean, for the record, I don't want him.
Hey, don't back him, man. It's simple.
No, yeah.
Here we go.
Wait a minute.
We're
Simple
back
for
to the
you.
party.
Simple for you, maybe, but not for me.
Back to the same two
Come
slices
off
of
it,
bread.
Hamilton. I know you're in this because of what you believe, not because of some party label. I respect that, and I appreciate the same from you.
Look, Senator, my people don't believe in their system anymore. They have seen this happen, and they just walk away from it. We are the only element between peaceful change and the weathermen. But one of you politicians comes along and does something like this, man, I gotta think twice whether this is where I ought to be. Because I'm getting sick and tired of being disenfranchised.
Well, listen, no. You better listen, Senator. George Mallon can demand loyalty from his people. Nice, regular, everyday loyalty. And he'll get it. He can do that, but you can't do that because we don't belong to you. We have no stake in your personal career. And we're with you because of issues, because of ideas, because of principles. And if you don't come up to them, then we're gone. Now, I'm a little older than Sylvia, and I'm not politically naive. I expect leaders to sell out. I expect them to betray, compromise. I expect that. I understand that. You see, but when they do that, I find another one. It's that simple. We're not going to accept Louis Masterman's nomination. That's final.
All right, I haven't given any commitments yet. I promise I'll tell you before I do. I'll try to work something out.
I mean business.